Hello everyone and welcome back to Great Greed. If you remember what happened last time, we actually went through the warehouse at Tort Village, which I do not wish to go through that hellhole of a dungeon. I'll say it like that. So now that we have the most strongest, powerfulest spell in the game that can instantly take out any enemy besides boss fights in one hit, Zap 1. Let us now start dealing with Cadmium and what his choice had to be. In order to get to the cave you spoke of, you want to go north, west, and you want to keep going south from Tort Village, and then you actually see the cave. Now, when you first walk in, you'll find a hunter there named Julian. Now, as long as you don't really attack Julian, Julian won't attack you. So go ahead on and start using your Zap 1 spell, and then you'll instantly take him out after about maybe like one or two uses of Zap 1. And then we start going inside the cave to meet Cadmium. Now, besides fighting the usual random battles like this Melt Mist here and other enemies later on we're gonna fight, there's also these shadow blobs moving back and forth. These are other hunters called Maxigrim. Now Maxigrim doesn't really have that much attack power really, but it does have a really powerful skill move called Shove. If a lot of people know what Shove is kind of like a special move that they have. Special moves that I know the enemies have mostly, that'll basically kill you in one hit if your HP is under 200. Now, the boss of this area also uses Shove. That's like his main attack that he uses all the time. So this is why he's so hard. And as you also saw, my HP is now higher because I actually stayed in the at Tort Village in the warehouse, not leveled continuously until I got level 30. For like how much the enemies drop. For how much experience the enemies drop every single time, it's not that really all that bad. Just stay there and level up instead of just coming here to the cave and try to fight all these Maxigrims off. So what happens is after dying 2 times to the Maxigrims, I kind of decided like screw it, I'm gonna use Zap 1 since it has a really bad hit ratio. Doesn't work all the time. So it's like when killing them, you see they drop 200 experience, but it's better to just fight off the random monsters and have to deal with them. And then when they start getting weak enough to your attacks, they start using Shove over and over and over and over and over again to instantly kill you. So now we're gonna meet up with Charizard, the fire thing from the Kimchi tribe, stronger version of it, who has Fire 2. Fire 2 doesn't really do that much damage to you, but you want to make sure to keep your HP up. Now, besides actually running through the cave, you're also going to find like better equipment like the alloy shield there and the wig helmet. There's also going to be some other equipment in the cave, I believe, as well, but since this cave is like so linear, so mostly just dodge all the shadows, trying to find the stairs, and just keep going down, fighting, either fighting or running away from every single random encounter you come across. It's no problem. So now I think I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna talk about Cadmium himself. Now Cadmium, as you know before, if you didn't really see the first video before Tort Village, he's actually the leader of the hunters. Now the good thing about this though is that he's kind of just waiting in the cave on the bottom floor waiting for you. The bad thing about this though is that he's really hard because when you first get to him, he'll ask you 2 choices. The 2 choices he'll ask you are, do you want to join Bio-Haz or do you want to not join Bio-Haz? If you decide to join, let me start off with, if you decide to not join Bio-Haz. If you decide not to join Bio-Haz, then he'll kind of get up and then you'll start the battle with Cadmium. If you do decide to join Bio-Haz, Microwave looks at you and goes, "Are you serious? Are you really gonna join Bio-Haz?" If you say yes to her again about joining Bio-Haz, Microwave will automatically kill you, and you have to load up another save game, and then you have to go talk to Cadmium again. So basically, you have to fight. You have to fight Cadmium. Now, if you remember when I said before about there's going to be some enemies that can kind of like negate your status effect magic, Cadmium is one of them. and he's really annoying because he uses it a lot. And so what happens is though, besides using that, he also uses his main attack, which is shove. He'll use shove continuously over and over and over and over again. And so shove with Cadmium does about 100 and I believe like 130 damage per hit. It's kind of random, but it's kind of like 100. The less he'll do is like 100, like 115, and the max he'll do is like 150 points of damage. So you have to make sure to keep yourself healed at all times, and then you have to make sure to use your status buff, use your status buff attacks, your status buff skills to buff yourself up to try to like keep yourself alive. But the whole time but see what happens the whole time while you're trying to status buff yourself and trying to heal, he'll keep casting this move called cancel, which negates all of your status buffs. So then you have to rebuff over and over and over and over again. And he loves using cancel a lot in this game. So yeah, he's a pretty annoying boss, but he's also like the hardest boss in the whole entire game for right now. So what happens is though, we actually meet up with another enemy, Crawl Mom here. You actually want to use magic against Crawl Mom, and the reason why is though because Crawl Mom, even though it's not really that powerful, it does actually have strong defense, but it's weak against magic. And like like the best spell to actually use against it, if you still have the spell, is use like a bolt spell, like Bolt 2, or if you have like Bolt 3 now, you can use Bolt 3 against them. So we're gonna keep going through. We're gonna find another Regain 3. I believe Regain 3 actually heals you, heals your MP for I believe 120 MP. The last Regain 4. There's actually one more Regain 4. Regain 4 will actually heal all your MP to full, which is actually pretty good. It's either all of it or 200 MP. So we're gonna fight enemies from the warehouse, con loans, and some new stuff. The Crawl Moms and the Charizard. So we're going to try to see if we could dodge these Maxigram Shadow enemies, because there's no reason to really fight them, but since they have that powerful shove attack, there's really no reason to take that abuse. I'll say it like that. So we fight another Bug Boy. Now in the cave itself, the Bug Boy enemies, because now you're level 30, they're not going to really be out that strong to do any damage to you, so most of the time it'll say miss or no damage. Now, when you actually fight Cadmium, you actually want to be at least, even though I'm level 30 right now, you want to at least be like 31 or 32 before you go fight Cadmium. The reason why is though, because while he's basically using using his cancel ability to negate your spells, you have to constantly heal yourself. And so you basically also not only have to constantly heal yourself, you also have to constantly keep cast the status buffs on you. So you're basically like losing magic like every couple turns. You're using magic like every 5 seconds, unless you're attacking them. But you're basically losing magic every single time. So it then becomes like a war of attrition again. I know I'm jumping ahead of myself because we're not there yet, but yeah, Cadmium is a pretty tough opponent, but we're almost there at him. We only got one more floor to go down, and then we'll be right at him. So after this floor, we'll be at Cadmium, the boss, who is waiting patiently for your arrival. Yep, so you have to in this cave and try to dodge as many shadows as you can. Once you go down those stairs to the right there is when you'll fight Cadmium himself. Then comes true pain. So we're gonna fight the Crawl Mom. I should have actually used attack magic against him, like I said before. The Crawl Mom, it has really strong defense but it has really crappy magic defense. So you're actually able to. So then, like, Microwave finally used her Bolt 2 spell, hit it for like 112 damage, and instantly killed it in one hit, in one shot, which is actually pretty good. Another Buck Boy. 831 experience. Go past this Maxigram even though I touched on my accidents, and then we're gonna start using Zap because I'm not trying to get shoved. See, you see this? I had to use 5 Zap spells just to kill it. This is why Zap 1 is the strongest spell in the whole entire game, but it's useless at the same time. So we're gonna heal up, and then once that, we're gonna go meet up with Cadmium, the boss of the area, and the hardest boss of the whole entire game. As I keep repeating that over and over again. So we're gonna save up, go down the stairs, and then you're gonna hear the bad guy theme, and there he is, Cadmium. The Cadmium goes, well, well, me. Are you going to give in and fight on the side of Bio-Haz? Make sure you say no. If you say yes, Microwave will ask you again. Say yes again. She'll kill you. So Microwave says, let's bring him to justice. And the Cadmium goes, you fools! Then go ahead and feel the power of my attack. So there, here he comes. And he's the hardest opponent of all time because he uses shove over and over again. But not only does he have shove, he also has cancel. And see what happens is though is that he basically drains my MP so badly that I basically had to die against him, and then I had to go back and fight him again. Cause it basically turned. Cause at first I was like, I'm winning, and then after a while, after I got under like 100 MP, it became a war of attrition to who was gonna survive. Now, even though I said you have Zap spell, like I said before, it doesn't work against bosses. So don't think if you use Zap, it's gonna instantly kill them, because it's not going to. As Microwave helps out what she wants to, but she's not all that useful. And then his shove does like 100 and something damage, like 150 damage per hit. He's so annoying. Then he needs a shove. Oh man, there he goes using cancel on me to negate my magic ability. My magic stat boost, as I try to keep. So now, so now I'm on 69 MP. I'm running out of MP now, so I just kind of said like, yep, he beat me. He won. So this has been Ryu here. I'm gonna actually lose this fight, but I'm actually gonna come. So the next part, we're gonna get back and try again, and hopefully this time we'll be able to beat him. Later.